everybody, I'm Manna. This is Maru and Momo. Kittens aren't here presently, but they're around somewhere, and we are back with more of the letter. When we last left off, Luke discovered that people were in his house without his permission, and we found Hannah. And shit's fucked. Shall we continue and see how fucked it actually is? I think we should. But first, let's read our journal updates. Don't mind me, I'm excited about wrapping this game up again. Because I've done things differently, and I can't wait to see how they've changed. Luke Wright woke up to a storm raging outside, and with his whole house eerily quiet. Power was still off, and his butler was nowhere to be found, even when called. Taking his gun with him, he went out to investigate, and in the foyer of his own home, knew. Although baffled and disturbed by Hannah's odd behavior, Luke tried to urge Hannah to leave. She flatly refused, and when Luke angrily insisted, it was then that the whole house shifted before his eyes. Yep. Little too late, my dude. Hannah's body shudders and shakes, as if she's about to have a seizure, while her visage ripples and changes. Golden yellow hair is slowly stained with inky black, and her face melts into that of the woman, the maid from before, with a menacing expression on her face. Along with it is the shifting of the very ground we stand on. It's a slow thing, a whisper more than a bang as the darkness creeps into every corner of the room. The walls shudder and groan. Blood runs from the ceiling, crawls down the walls, and stains the floor. It feels as if life itself is being sucked from the house slowly but surely. The beauty of the place is gone, with only the dead, decaying remains of a mansion left in its wake. I don't have to wonder if it is just the foyer that becomes this nightmarish place. I can already hear it. Gone are the growling of thunder and the lashings of rain and wind against the foyer's high windows. All of it has been replaced by a more grating sound. A cacophony of voices from nowhere and everywhere echoing throughout the now horrid walls. Voices that neither belong to us nor the people who live here.
What's going on?
Help! Please!
All throughout the house, shouts of alarm and surprise ring out, a mirror to the horror creeping up in each of us. Who wouldn't be shocked? This is insane. At the sight of it, Lily trembles, hugging herself closer, while Steel and Feathers stand protectively in front of her. Brave of them, I have to admit, to put themselves in the front line like that. Though it doesn't necessarily mean they don't feel the same fear as the rest of us. Something I don't blame them for. There seems to be no end in sight to this insanity. If anything, this only feels like it's the beginning of the end.
Help me! Oh my god! Please, somebody! Anybody! Who are you? Stay away!
No. Stay away. Stay away.
It sounds like Johann's.
I'm not afraid of you, you spook!
That's Rebecca.
This is one Scotswoman. You aren't getting into an early grave without a fight!
Her screams fill the mansion. She laughs all the while, a harsh, agonizing sound that goes on for what feels like forever. Until there is nothing but silence, her horrid smile, and pale hands reaching out to me. Calling, beckoning, pleading. I'm terrified, I really am. Like I should be. But I have never been one to truly stay afraid. I've long learned that fear will not get me anywhere. I'm like getting my hands ready for a quick time event. Cowering in a corner doesn't keep me safe, and it will not keep me alive. Not like rage does. I've learned to use this burning hate inside of me to survive. There's no difference now.
Stay away from me!
Why? Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share? This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay. Together with me, with us. With people no different from you.
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone. We bought this house weeks ago. How should I know what she's babbling about? I never even wanted to be here in the first place.
A terrible case of mistaken identity. That must be it. I'm quite sure of it. I don't know this woman, this monster. Why would I say that to someone like her? In my entire lifetime, I've only made and kept sincere promises to a mere 2 people, Anna Evans and Eleanor Chandler. No one else. The rest of those who claim I've promised anything to them can go fuck themselves. Bloody hell, I may enjoy the company of women, but I am not an idiot to start spouting such nonsense to anyone. A line must be drawn, especially if I'm to keep myself alive. Yet she still goes on, insists, making me appear a liar in front of these people that you were planning on killing anyway.
Of course you still deny it. Have you truly forgotten? You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
She's lying!
You see, my love, nothing has changed. Still no difference, you and I. Just like the rest of us. Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes. Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
She, the monster, reaches out again, her hands a gory, abhorrent sight. Along with that smile spread across her face, her body's already moving on instinct. Stumbling back one step at a time in a desperate bid to be away from her. Anything to put distance between me and this vile creature. No matter what she says, I am nothing like her. I need to get out of this house. Out of this country, preferably. There's nothing for me here, not anymore. Nothing to keep me tied to this place. With Hannah beyond saving, no longer the same woman I knew, and Shrokin likely taken by this woman, nothing's left to bind me to this wretched city. Hannah might still be able to be saved. She is possessed, but we might be able to save her. I don't know. I can leave. My foot steps on something, sending me sliding on my back and flat on the floor. Beside me, a paper. Familiar one flutters down. It's this thing again, from the open house. Though it feels less like a gimmick and more like a threat, what with recent events. It must have fallen from one of these peasants in the commotion earlier. For a moment, they appear conflicted to see it in my hands, but wisely keep their opinions to themselves. Leaving the damn thing to simply bear its grisly message for everyone in the room to see. Help me. Help me. Help me. This it? What they've been telling us? Why everything in my life has gone to shite? Because some stupid old letter? An invitation indeed. One I am not willing to accept. Not anytime. On the top of the stairs, the creature moves again, drawing my attention back to her. Her gait remains slow and awkward as she walks forward, that smile never leaving her. But I don't. I won't give her the chance. I am not dying here. I certainly am not giving myself to a hideous creature like her either. Adrenaline kicks in, and despite panicked gasps and worried glances from the other people here, I pay them no mind as I reach for the main door, and without warning, it slams open, revealing not the mansion grounds like I'm expecting. Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, dragging every person in the foyer into the room. None of us even gets the chance to scream when a darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing.
Understand where your place is now, my love. You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
Okay, I was like, wait, am I about to see credits? I thought I was about to see credits for a second. I was like, oh god, did I get like the ultimate bad ending here? Okay. Whew, alright, let's keep going. There's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room and I'm on my feet, I'm reaching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for any movement. Using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. There's only 5 of us in this room, 3 of them friends at that. Though Mint has already gone loon, crouched in a corner and muttering to herself, you can't really say anyone's safe from her. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. I cannot trust these people not to turn on me. I cannot trust anyone. Not anymore. Not after this. Despite the pleading looks Lily shoots my way, while they all huddle in the corner behind Steel and Feathers. But I have to remind myself that even people like her are capable of doing the unpleasant. Only human, after all. Never an excuse, why even Hannah has her cunning, manipulative moments, though she does it much subtler than I. Why else would Lily show this letter to us that day, if not to save herself? So she didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. And I suspect that some of this shit would have happened anyway. Oh, excuse me. I guess that backfired on her now that she and her own friends are also stuck here. Still, I have every right to be livid. Everything. Everything that I've built has fallen apart. All because these people came into our lives.
You, all of you, this is all your fault. If I've died to this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me.
Hey now, Mr. Wright. I know the situation ain't good, but we have to calm down. We're all in the same boat here.
You shut your mouth. If it weren't for you, or this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened. Anna would still be.
Suddenly, Mint steps up and slaps the knife away from my hand.
How dare you! How dare you put that blame on us!
Without batting an eye, glaring at me as if she might just rip my head off in this instant. The knife slides uselessly under the table, out of my reach. I've almost forgotten she's here. Her ramblings have faded away in the shouting. I should have also expected she's not the kind to submit even under threat. Right now, all of us appear smaller, facing her anger.
Last I checked, we were only trying to save you from this!
And what of Lily over there? You were there when she showed us that paper. Are you saying she is responsible for this mess? For the lives this sorting letter took? Dragging other people into her own problems just so she could save her little sorry self? You think I haven't seen that before? Getting tired of your double standards, Mint.
This curse is an entirely different issue, Whiskey. But knowing you and the kind of person you are, I don't doubt that even without that letter you would have—
Please stop! All of you stop this!
To hear Lily speak out loud, I can't say I'm not surprised. She has always given me the impression of someone so meek from the moment I've met her, either from her inexperience or her station in life. She's never struck me as someone fitting to be a real estate agent. If anything, that meltdown she had during the open house had only proven my assumptions. Until now. Quietly, she puts herself between me and Mint, cutting whatever scathing words we've yet to hurl at each other. The way she glares at me reminds me a little of the way my own mom would look at me, particularly when I've done something wrong, and it's not a stare she's unused to showing. She's done this before, probably to a younger sibling. Huh. If she only sees us now as a pair of squabbling kids and not two mature adults, well, that's only to be expected. No doubt that's how she sees us. For a long moment, there's only silence in the room. Steel, the big oaf, doesn't even dare break it. Neither does Feathers. With both merely watching us. Bunch of wimps, these men. Not that it matters when Lily starts speaking again, after some of the anger and tension has lifted from the room.
Stop this, please! With or without that damn piece of paper,
A deep breath. An exhale. And then she closes her eyes, a crease forming between her eyebrows while she grips her hand tightly in front of her.
we still would have ended up in this mess.
The atmosphere that descends into the room right after that, admission is anything but pleasant. I call it that, an admission. It seems like it from the way her eyes nervously flick between her friends and I. She appears to know more than she lets on, and how she makes herself appear smaller after dropping that bomb on us doesn't sit quite well with me. Impatience is something I don't have the luxury of having right now and bestowing upon other people. What else does this girl know? What else is she not telling us? Because from the looks of this, even her friend has no idea what she's talking about. Unwilling to wait, I grab her arm before she retreats without explanation, waving the letter still in my hand in front of her.
Ow! Sir, you're hurting me!
Hey, hands off her, right? Fuck off, Feathers. I have questions for your friend, and she better have the answers.
Then stop taking it out on every single person.
Your friend is hiding something.
She struggles for a moment, but my hold eventually forces her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spread across her features, especially when her eyes land on the damned paper. As much as I want to be considerate right now, I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
Don't give me that, you know something!
Ow! Please, sir. I know the paper's useless, okay?
At the mention of the letter, without warning, Mint snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right then and there. But the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly that.
We should have gotten rid of this thing! We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got!
No, even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything. I think...
You don't know what I've seen, Santos. There were children! Victims! All because they had no idea what this thing will do to them! Oh God, those poor souls! They were screaming and begging before she...
Then what about those people they mentioned in the news lately? All those who died? My coworkers? The open house clients? None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead.
I thought Rose did see it. I thought she came and took it from them and gave it back to Isabella.
I should know. That letter has been with me since I picked it up. And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing. Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to my friends. Or anyone.
Is that what the trip to BRC was for?
Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you guys until I was certain. None of you believed me the first time. I had to find proof.
And yet we're all here! Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
I have to go with whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already seen this before you found it? This cursed thing has to go!
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know.
Oops, sorry. Right-clicked.
Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening. There's something else that...
This place.
Teal has been quiet this entire time. At the sound of him talking, however whispered it is, still manages to catch us all off guard. We all pause, turning to him with, likely, the same question in our eyes.
What?
I just remembered something a friend told me. You know, stuff about ghosts or curses. You probably don't want to hear it.
No, we want to hear it. We need all possible avenues on this one.
No, it might be something. What about this place, Zach?
There's still a moment where he hesitates, but Lily's urging eventually spurs him into speaking.
Remember what I told you the last time you and Ash visited? A few days ago?
You mean what Andrew told you? Those were just stories, Zach. It might not even help.
Regardless, Steele pauses while he allows Lily to remember. Soon enough, whatever it is dawns on her, and her face lights up with something like hope? Of all things, in this nightmare, hope? Her head snaps up, and she reaches for Steele's arm to give it a squeeze. A reassurance or confirmation? The meaning is lost even to Feathers, who glances at them baffled.
Isabella, what are you...
Ash, it's this place.
What? You mean we burn this place down?
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical value.
What? And no? We are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasants! I just spent a fortune on this!
It's insured.
It's not only that. Think about it.
Then they proceed to tell some ridiculous narrative about the supernatural. Stories about ghosts, legends, curses, born out of great anger and pain and whatever else people use to scare children. Not that I believe any of it, as if knowing will help. Bunch of loons, these people, officially off their rockers, given everything that is happening around you, Luke. I have no words. I have none. Zero. Zip. Zilch. None. Got it. No notes. It's fine. I think I'll be stuck in this nightmare with people like them. What did I ever do to the world? Oh, you know, killed a few people, made some bad business deals, ruined some lives, you know, that sort of thing. Hi, Maru. Of course, it's all absurd until...
I think it's just like what the professor guy said. Just like that old story. This mansion might be keeping her here. Unless we do something about this place, I don't think she'll leave.
Bloody fucking hell! Not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
How dare they suggest something like that? Bloody peasants. My head's already aching just listening to them. To think this is all the solution they can come up with? Should have just stabbed them all and made a run for it. Doesn't help that with each second we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets. The voices have become louder and somehow sounding more vicious. If the things in this room start floating, mark my words, I will fucking flip out. You should already be doing that. Just saying. And they may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually, they'll turn on me. Such is the nature of humans. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible, if we want to stay alive. Fuck, I still have so much to do. None of our choices seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand a shite about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Whatever works. But you don't want to burn the place down. If I also have to be the one to make that bloody decision, so be it. Less room for errors, with the only sane one doing the thinking. On the off chance I'm wrong, well, they suggested it. I decide. I don't remember what I did. I think I burnt the letter. Hang on, I can check my achievements. Let me do that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I burned the letter the first time. I did go look at my achievements. Those were not helpful for helping me remember what I did and did not do. So, I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. I am going to regret this. I will. But with these cries growing louder, this has become the easiest decision I have ever made. I'm getting tired of hearing her sobbing, really. just irritating. Isn't she getting tired of it? Besides, someone has to act fast, think fast. And what else is the root cause of our problems but this place where the letter was found? No need to make things more complicated. It started here. Why won't it end here? If what Lily has said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before someone thinks of putting this blasted place up on the market. When I get out of this place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people. Run that estate company to the ground if need be. I mean, it was almost there anyway, so you'd be doing it a favor at this point. We spent millions, damn it. Millions! With a sigh and perhaps a heavy heart, I opened one of the drawers in my study table. Taking a bottle of liquor out for myself, then passing it on to every occupant in the room. They accepted, but not without a look of protest or a confused glance my way. It does shut them all up, so maybe I've done something good. Even more when I pop the cork off the bottle and pour its contents on the floor.
Well, what are you simpletons waiting for?
We waste no time dousing the whole room, the smell of alcohol filling the air. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they're more than eager to set this whole place on fire. And the blaze catches easily in this room when I set it alight, using the blasted paper as kindling. We're burning both. We're burning the letter and the mansion. Got it. With the whole place drenched with wine and all manner of things alcoholic I've been hiding from Hannah, the small fire soon turns into an inferno. You made sure you could get out of this room, right? In a matter of seconds, we're out the door. Hey, good, we did that. It doesn't exactly lead where I'm hoping it will. Down there, escape through the dungeon, or at least try. Although ending up in the kitchen does give us more reason to play like a bunch of pyromaniacs. Fishing the liquor stocks from the cupboards, we also do the same thing we've done to the study. Door after door in every room we pass, pouring bottle after bottle of expensive aged liquor and setting everything on fire, only leaving once the blaze has started in earnest. I mean, it only takes 7 seconds for a fire to double in size. So, after the kitchen, you should have been fine. When we run out of liquor, we simply drop the bottle and take one off from many nooks I've stashed one. And there's no lack of it in here. The hard stuff, the shorts, the watered down kind. Gifts from a distant relative, friends, so-called friends, you name it. I've made sure there's always some within reach.
How many of these things do you keep in this house?
More than enough.
I always have a few bottles in the bedroom, the parlor, and the dining room.
You have problems, man.
Yes, he does.
Well, isn't this the time to discuss them?
I mean, therapy after this definitely will be. Anna had called me out on this numerous times before, telling me the same thing. I've always told her she doesn't know the half of it, or completely dismissing her concerns. Worrywart, that woman. I mean, at least it came in handy. Turns out it'll be useful now. Shocker. Not to drown out my sorrows, but for this wonder of wonders, though I suppose I can now say it has also saved my life. But there's no time for some introspection now, because with each room we pass and burn, the place also becomes easier to navigate. As if it's slowly righting itself, returning to what it's supposed to be. Soon, we finally find ourselves standing before the main door. The strong odor of burning wood, cloth, and varnish alike wafts from under the doors of the rooms we've previously torched, slowly filling the hall with a thick black smoke. The blaze has also started in earnest in every part of the house. I can already feel the heat seeping from the rooms I've set aflame. In a matter of minutes, flames will engulf the whole house. We didn't find Johans while we were doing this? No? Okay. Fittingly, that is when she appears again before us, watching us from the top of the stairs while her world goes up in flames around her. However, what catches my eyes is that expression on her face. Not the vile smile I've already grown accustomed to, or the one where her eyes gleam with complete hatred. This one? Forlorn, The only word I can think of to describe it.
No, please. Help me. Help me, please.
Can the dead still feel? Can she hear us? Or is that merely another one of her tricks to trap us in this nightmare? Like this, however, she seems almost like the woman she used to be. I have to remind myself she's no longer Hannah. The woman I loved is gone. Who stands before me is nothing but a pale imitation of who she used to be. And I don't waste any time pondering over it. Not with the exit just a few steps away. The doors finally open, and through it I can glimpse the whole world outside. Safety. However, I do turn, if only to see the last of her. A farewell more than anything. For all her attempts to lure me, draw me in, her wishes to be with me, she does not stop me when I finally run from this horrid place. Quietly, she disappears. Watching a multi-million-pound house burn before me, for some reason, nothing about this bothers me. Maybe it's that one last look on her face that has changed it. Maybe it's what I've seen and heard inside. There's only a calm, stillness. The same hush that comes after a terrible storm has swept the countryside. And with it is the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to the warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxborn's countryside. Nearby, the trees sway and rustle with the breeze, passing draft that carries even into this room from outside. Cold enough to make me shiver. We're in a room? Thought we were outside. The remains of a storm that have passed. In the distance, I can hear the soft chirping of birds, while the rest of the world stirs, wakes. Dawn at last. We are free. Are we? Are we? Epilogue. Like the flames that engulfed the mansion that night, whispers quickly spread across Luxborn City after the incident. Officers who investigated it have simply deemed it an unfortunate accident, resulting in the deaths of innocent lives. Regardless of the truth, Luke Wright files criminal charges against Briar Realty Corporation after, for undisclosed reasons to the public, forcing the latter to declare bankruptcy. A move that has merely stoked the rumors further. But for those who still believe in the stories of the old and those who know the truth, it is but a testament to the curse and the secrets of Ermengarde Mansion has hidden for centuries. If there will come a time those will finally be revealed, only the ashes of the now ruined mansion know. However, on nights when the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing of voices where it once stood. Of cries and wails that filled the nights and desperate calls for help for anyone who dares listen. As for those who once tread its halls, although Luke Wright has won his legal battle with Briar Realty Corporation, another tech leak places him and Wright Enterprises under the spotlight months later. This time, however, with the then Chief Inspector Harvey Lee's sudden absence, the businessman isn't able to escape close scrutiny. What happened to the Chief Inspector? But in an investigation headed by LPD's Detective Inspector Ashton Frey, all of Wright Enterprises' illegal business dealings within the past 10 years come to light. Although his involvement with other crimes is still being investigated, the disclosure has caused a huge outcry, especially from the city's business sector. Sued on multiple grounds, the company is ultimately forced to shut down. Meanwhile, to avoid public outrage, the once affluent businessman immediately leaves the city. All of his bank accounts have been emptied, including his Luxborn apartments, leaving not a single trace or clue where he might be hiding. I got cat hair on my face now. The last anyone has seen of the man was on a flight bound for Ireland. To this day, no one has heard from him, even his people from Old Wright Enterprise, who have all been left to deal with the aftermath. Though, over the past few months after the situation has calmed, some have made claims of spotting him flitting in and out of the city, if only to check on those he has left behind. Months after her recovery, Marianne McCullough heads back to her homeland, ready to close a chapter of a past she has left hanging for so long. There, she visits Lorraine's grave, asking for forgiveness from the girl she once loved, something she has intentionally avoided for years. In spite of this, a different regret still clings to her, one that has been left by what she has witnessed inside the Ermengarde mansion. She never returns to Luxburn after, leaving her interior design company in the hands of her secretary instead. But with her absence, the business eventually declines, till they are forced to shut down. Unexpectedly, she turns to music years later, hoping it'll someday drown out the voices of the gruesome memories still lingering in her head. By some stroke of luck or an unfortunate circumstance of fate, Marianne encounters Luke Wright once again, almost a year after she returned home. She meets the man in a local marketplace, newly settled, fumbling, and confused. Although her opinion of him remains ambivalent, at best, she reluctantly offers help, especially after seeing him stumble on his Gaelic more times than she deems acceptable. And it becomes a start. Not to a close friendship by any means, but perhaps something akin to it. And on better days, when vitriol and scathing words don't get in the way, there's only the pleasant companionship one offers the other. Casual visits to the other's home, sharing a bottle of wine or two, and simply talking about anything under the sun. A comfort after their mutual loss. Something they both eventually learn to appreciate with time. With help from family and friends, Zachary Steele is soon able to open a photography studio of his own. Something he has only dreamed of having as a child. Although he still hopes to get back to making indie films someday, client work and small projects have kept him mostly busy. Hectic as it may be, he can only be glad for the amount of work pouring in. It has made moving on from the incident in the Ermengarde mansion easier, if not faster. Even with his success, he still hasn't forgotten what he has lost during that time. But while there are still nightmares, with support from his family, his doctor, and his own drive, the dark images have finally turned into pleasant dreams. He's aware he won't ever truly forget, but he's no longer running away. At times, when he's not busy or after a hard day's work, he thinks there's another story for the big screen to be told in that. An idea he may soon turn into reality once his time affords it. With her newfound courage, Isabella Santos finally chooses to pursue what she really wants for herself. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years, and with their blessing, she quits her job at Briar Realty Corporation and takes the scholarship offer from the local university. Though remarkably out of practice and unsure if she'll be able to keep up by the time she returns to university, she finds her feet soon enough with help from people close to her. And with her confidence and her skills growing, so do the number of people recognizing her and her work. It doesn't take long for several award-giving bodies to take notice of her. For all her accomplishments, however, she has never truly forgotten what happened at the Ermengarde mansion, nor what she has lost. The images still remain in her, and on particularly unpleasant nights, terrors continue to visit her dreams. She knows those won't ever disappear from her life. It has become a part of her in the same way death has permanently taken from her. However, she's no longer afraid. And with a brave face, she carries on, earnestly wishing that someday she'll be able to paint brighter, more vivid thoughts on her canvas. An honest portrayal of life and hope amidst the fear. As pleasant as things have gone in their lives recently, Isabella greatly regrets allowing her friendship with Zach to fall apart in the aftermath of the curse. Although theirs isn't brought upon by petty arguments, like many others, the lack of communication has proven equally problematic for people like them. Especially with Isabella making a conscious effort to avoid the man, and him, her, once it becomes all too clear that it's no longer something they can fix with friendly jibes. Ultimately, drifting apart becomes certain, taking with it any previous plans they've made. That little exhibit they both wholeheartedly poured their ideas into seems a faraway dream now. Following his success in bringing in the Luxborn firm case to a close, Ashton Frey receives a recommendation for transfer to Luxborn's lead agency against organized crimes. An endorsement eagerly backed by the newly appointed successor to the late Chief Inspector Lee, Abigail Harris. The Chief Inspector died? I feel like we didn't get that tidbit. Knowing he'll have more resources, leeway, and a bigger chance at ultimately bringing Luke Wright to justice, Ashton Frey accepts. He still warns the people close to him against Wright and his associates, but only a friendly reminder now, more than anything. Though he does worry, he believes they are wise enough to know what they are doing and trust their judgment. For now, he has decided to leave the evidence and the law to speak for itself and take care of the man once the proper time comes. Nowadays, police work and operations keep him busy, sometimes taking him away from the city he grew up in for days on end. A rare thing for him to enjoy once upon a time, yet this time, he never loses his drive. Simply growing more determined after having finally found a clear purpose close to the rush and excitement he dreamed of as a child. Although Ashton still keeps mum about specific details of his work, his experience with the curse has slowly taught him how to open up, especially to those who he knows that genuinely care for him. He still has a long way to go, he knows that, but for the sake of the people who are still with him, those who have chosen to stay, as well as what he lost, he hopes that there will come a day when he no longer has to hide behind his own lies. A day when he is no longer afraid of facing the truth in his own words. Things have never been the same for Zachary Steele and Ashton Frey. An argument ensues between the two shortly after they have been released from the Ermengarde Memorial Hospital. Although the whys are vague, and both have been tight-lipped about the matter after the fight has been broken off, with the room evident only for bits of from conversation bystanders have heard. Perhaps it's even an old grievance they have been holding against each other, only aggravated by whatever horrific things they've both gone through inside the mansion. Whatever the reason, the two men have kept a considerable distance from each other since then. What happened? Ashton gives the man a wide berth when encountered in public place. Zach simply avoids places the detective frequents. People who know them have simply assumed the spat will resolve itself in due time. But for the two of them, the way things have panned out in due time may never even come to pass. I don't think we got a very good ending, guys. Between the lingering trauma and their measly attempts at normalcy, both Ashton and Isabella know that there are things will never be the same. That there are things that will never be the same. Thank you. Fuck you. Gone is their friendly banter and rapport, as are their petty arguments and light teasing. After all that has been said and done, it's only sensible for things to fall apart the way it did. It is inevitable, so to speak. Yet in brief moments, when their eyes meet and the last stolen glance is given, a shadow of it can still be seen in them. A quiet, steadfast thing that remains, a trace of what could have been had things not crumbled. Neither holds on to it, of course, as much as they wish to. Both of them think it's already far too late. They can only walk away from it and leave nothing but a heavy regret in their wake. I'm going to call it here. I'll probably either look up more about this or play it again in my own free time to get more memory fragments, because I want to know more. So if you guys want to know more, let me know. The game's been out since like 2017 though, so if you want to know more, it exists somewhere on the internet, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I will see you all later, and remember to do something nice for a stranger today. You just might save a life.